All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another Music Monday. I'm your host, Plymouth Jones. And today's guest, Keandra. What's going on, everybody? Plymouth Jones here from ScrewUp TV, and it's time for another Music Monday. All right, we have a special guest today. Who do we have here?
We have Keandra.
R&B soul singer. Yes, indeed. The wonderful, amazing Keandra. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good to hear. Man, you are, so I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like stalking you on Spotify and Apple Music, listening to all your music. Yes. I'm a big fan over here. Yes. Okay, so let's. I saw that you started music. You're from South Carolina.
Yes.
Okay, what part of South Carolina?
Fort Lawn, South Carolina.
Ooh, all right. Shout out to Fort Lawn. And let's get right into it. Looks like you got into it around high school. You started kind of getting busy, started making tapes and stuff, and selling. Talk to me about a little bit about that. So I started recording locally in high school.
Okay. I started singing when I was really little, but as far as, I guess, making music and everything, I'd say middle school.
Okay. That's awesome.
I do these little beatboxes and play on my keyboard, and then I recorded. Back then I didn't have any kind of studio equipment, so I would do it on like the vocal recorder, voice recorder on the computer.
Use what you can.
And I made copies and sold them once I got to high school.
Awesome. That's that hunger and hustle.
A little bootleg, but
that's okay. That's okay. I mean, it just lets us know that from an early age you kind of already knew what you wanted to do. So you said that you started recording, making music around middle school. You've been singing before that. It sounds like church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, church singing.
Yeah, I started in church.
Okay, yes. I'm about to say a lot of the great ones start in church.
Yeah, that's where I found my voice. So we had no choice.
Yeah. Okay.
You sing or you got in trouble.
You have siblings or anything?
I do. Yes, I have all sisters.
Okay.
No brothers.
That's all. No.
So
no.
sad.
How many are
There's 4 of them.
Are you guys all singers?
No.
Oh.
I'd say 2 out of us sing, but not seriously.
Right on.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Very cool. So you started back in high school, started selling CDs. Were you making up your own songs at that point? Were you covering stuff? And how was the reception for people?
I was making up my own songs, and because the quality was kind of crappy, nobody really wanted to buy them except for like the real close friends. I sold them to my teachers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always good. Do you? I wonder if anybody still has a copy.
That's a good question.
Maybe that'd be good.
I lost all my copies.
That's okay. You got to track them down. Somebody. It's probably one of those teachers.
You know what? That's
one of those teachers probably has a copy.
Most definitely.
So high school, you were selling CDs, selling your music. After high school, where do you go from there? I saw at one point you were singing at some local games. Was that before high school or?
That was after high school. That was in between college
and
maybe a little bit after.
Okay.
After high school, I started recording professionally.
Okay.
And had a little contract thing going on.
There you go. All right. Very cool.
Some managers and whatnot. And it was a really good ride. Got to college, met a good friend of mine, like a brother, Speech, from Arrested Development.
Speech? Nice.
I met him at church.
That's crazy.
I met him at church. He saw me singing at like an arts conference or something like that. And we just clicked. And we.
That's how it is. You make some of those relationships and it takes off from there. Okay. Yeah. So then you started. Were you mostly in North Carolina, South Carolina performing? What were you?
Well, in college, I spent 4 years in Atlanta, but I was back and forth because I didn't actually live there. So while I was there, I did like reference songs for other artists.
Right on.
So what would happen is we would go into the studio, and then they would have a songwriter there, and they would want to pitch it to a certain artist.
Right.
So my thing was that I had to go and actually sing the songs that they wrote.
Okay.
And kind of trying to sound like the artist.
Yeah, that's cool.
Don't know where that went. Didn't really hear a lot of things about that, but it was good practice.
That's great.
And
that's
then,
awesome.
After college, I just kind of kept going.
Where did you go to college?
Clark Atlanta University.
Shout out to Clark.
In Atlanta, Georgia.
There you go.
CAU.
Here we go. What was your major?
Mass communications.
Mass
Media
communications.
arts, yes, with
Very
a
cool.
concentration in radio, television, and film.
Awesome. Have you seen yourself using any of that stuff?
I have,
Mhm.
yeah. I work for, I'm an eye doctor
Okay.
now,
Nice.
but I do the skills on my own. So,
Okay.
you know,
Have you been getting a lot of like 2020 jokes? Because it's like
no,
first one,
I
okay.
haven't,
Cool.
no.
It's your first one.
Yeah, this is my, sorry, this is my first one.
That's all right.
As far as the skills and different things like that, I'll have someone take my pictures and I'll edit them,
Okay.
or I'll, record myself and then edit that footage.
Yeah.
So it's,
That's awesome.
I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah.
I think content is a big piece. And
Exactly, especially in today's world. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And if you know how to kind of manage your own content and get yourself out there, that's half the battle. You know, really cool. So you your first album, your first album. I'm not sure. Was this after the games? Was this kind of after
the
college?
games,
All
yes.
This? It was FSTOW.
Yes, feeling some type of way.
Feeling some type of way. I was wondering what it stood for.
I was feeling some type of way.
I love
So
it.
after college, I'd say maybe 3-4 years after college, I got into this bad relationship.
Okay.
And a bad management relationship as well. And it just kind of, I ended up being on my own. I took a break from music. I felt like I hadn't had anything. I was working on a catalog for my music, but I hadn't put anything out in years. And I just got really discouraged. And then I just finally said, you know what? I'm gonna just try and do it on my own.
Yeah.
And I did, and the outcome was way better than I expected.
That's awesome.
So I titled it FSTOW because during those times, the songs that I made, like I was feeling types of ways about people, about places that I didn't want to be, and so all kinds of stuff like that.
And I think that's a really good thing about, or one of the benefits I think of being an artist, because I feel like whether you're an artist or not, you have highs and lows in your life and whatnot. But as artists, I feel like we take some of those lows and whenever we fight through and try to see the light, we turn that story into something beautiful, like feeling some type of way. That's all. What? When did that come out? Was that
2018?
2018.
July the 20th, I think. It was like the weekend of my birthday.
Okay, all right.
So that was my birthday present to myself.
Very fun.
Had a private listening, and it was very intimate, friends of mine, and then I left like a little bit of room for people that wanted to come and support me.
Okay.
I had to say that's my baby.
All right.
Feeling some type of way, it's my baby.
That's
it's my
awesome.
debut EP, and I'm glad that you listened to it. Thank
Yeah.
you for knowing about that.
No problem. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I try to do some kind of homework. You know, I want to be a deer in headlights. But like, so when you started the album, did you know you were making an album, or did it start with one song, or how was the process for that?
For the most part, I had all my songs because remember, I was working on a catalog.
Right on.
I didn't drop anything, and then maybe a couple of them I did from scratch because I'm still an artist. I still have music, that I hear in my mind and different things like that.
Yeah.
So I think maybe one of them that I did from the very beginning of starting the EP, but the rest of them were songs that I already had.
Right on. What was that feeling like when you had the album done? When you had an album? Was it different from the time that you finished that album to the time that you had album art to the time that it was on Spotify and iTunes? Talk to me about like what seeing your vision come to life, like what was that like?
You know what? I didn't really think about it. I was like, I don't care what people think.
Yeah.
This is my goal. I'm an artist. I want to do this, so I put it out.
Okay.
And once it got out on Spotify, because I didn't know anything about putting like how your music got on iTunes and different things like that. So when I researched how to do it and it was there, I was like, oh my God, it's there. Like I pulled it up on iTunes. Like, oh my gosh, mama, So it was to me, it was like a wow factor for me. And then like as the time progressed, I was like, wow, I can do this.
Yeah.
Seeing my songs on
so
Spotify.
So much liberation with like being able to do something your own. It's just that's awesome. Okay, so you have a second album?
I do.
Okay.
It's an EP.
EP, all right.
It's titled gosh, I'm on the spot.
No, I'm sorry.
How do I not know the title? It's titled Life of Kea.
Life of Kea.
And that's the name of my social media and all that stuff too. So I decided to call it Life of Kea because, again, like how FSTOW, these are life experiences, and so I want to put my life in these songs.
Awesome. Seeing that, how like your first album, you already had some music ready for it. how is it kind of starting from scratch for this one?
For this one, I did not start from. Yes, I did start from scratch. Most of the songs I started from scratch.
Okay.
There were a few that I already had, and it was really frustrating process because the other songs I had blueprints because I produce as well.
All right.
So I was like, hey, this is the vibe that I'm going for. Well, this time I'm like, well, I want to try something different. So I brought in a new producer as well as a producer that I worked with before, and you know he emailed me some tracks. I'm like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah.
So that was the part, the most frustrating part was just getting on page with other people,
Right on.
newer people. But once we got everything finished, it was. I'm glad I did that.
All right.
So
That's all. And have you started performing this album at all yet? Have you been?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not.
Still working on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Who was your inspiration? Like, who would you say? Where did Keandra get her musical muse from?
Okay, so vocal influences. This is going to sound so cliche, but I don't care because I'm going to say it.
That's okay.
Okay, Beyonce is my vocal coach.
Okay, there we
I'm
go.
just going to go ahead and put it out there.
Beyonce's
First
a little
and foremost.
successful. She's a little successful, you know?
Also, Tamia.
Tamia, okay.
I love Tamia.
Nice.
I hear a lot of my vocal styles in her, well, in me, and Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu.
So those three are kind of the ones that
never
carry through
lose
musically.
stealing from Erykah. I love it.
Yeah.
And now that you say Beyonce, I can see I definitely had like the Erykah vibe, which is cool. I mean that's awesome. Really cool. So what song are you singing on Friday? What do the listeners have the pleasure to hear?
The listeners have a pleasure of hearing my song Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve.
Yes.
All right. Talk to us a little bit about the creation of that song.
Okay, so with Adam and Eve, I wrote it about a person, two people really, per verse.
All right.
Just about how when you're with somebody and they make it seem like they're there to protect you, but they're really not. They're there to kind of keep you in place. So the song is like, "Come to me, my butterfly, don't you fly away. I'll protect your wings at night, and I'll let you fly by day. As long as you don't fly too high, don't fly away from me." So it's okay to be successful, but just don't supersede me, or just don't get to where you're out of my reach.
That's deep. That's deep. There's some people who are in some controlling situations right now.
Yes, there are. Get out right now.
Get out.
Get out. You can.
You can.
Just have to get out.
Just listen to Life of Key and blast it and stare at them like it's over. I'm a butterfly flying on this. Very cool.
Yes.
All right. Well, Keandra, it's been wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.
You're a great soul. Like I said, I love your music. I love your energy, and I'm going to be keeping an eye out for you. All right.
Thank you.
As always, guys, I am PJ Plymouth Jones with ScrewUp TV. You can find me at Plymouth Jones at ScrewUp TV, and you can find Miss Keandra
at Life of Key.
At Life of Key. That's right, guys. That's all the time we have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy your time, but make sure you stay tuned for a little clip, for a little sneak preview of what to see on Friday at Light and Song Productions. A little clip of Adam and Eve. Ooh. Until next time, we are out of here.
The morning sun appeared and set the stage. Adam arose to find Eve, and there she lay, with a butterfly in the palm of her hand, with wonders of how the earth took shape of a man. It's funny 'cause I think about the same things too, how my persuasion can turn someone to a fool. Should've never let a snake in the grass get in my head. He pretended to defend me, he said.